Gopala Astrology channel, where the science meets astrology for common man's understanding. Subscribe and stay tuned to this channel for continued astrological updates. Welcome to Gopala Astrology channel. Today it's going to be a heads up video for 4 major planetary transits that's going to happen in the month of April 2022. I have already done a video on Rahu-Ketu transits that's going to happen on the 13th of April 2022. So in addition to that, there are 2 more major planets, slow-moving planets, namely the Jupiter and the Saturn is going to move in the same month. And this is a very, very significant event that is happening, which usually doesn't happen in the same month, but this time it's happening on the same month of April 2022. So I thought I'll make a simple, quick video about these 4 transits and also give you a heads up for preparing yourself, because the planet Earth is going to experience a lot of new vibrations from these 4 slow-moving planets, and we are going to see a lot of positive things happening after April 2022 this year. All right, so let's analyze one by one. Friends, let's go to the actual video that I intend to do today. It's about the 4 major planet transits, right? The first major thing I can say is the Jupiter transit, which is very significant for the world's economy. Okay, the financial planet Jupiter is moving from Aquarius into Pisces on the 13th of April, followed by Saturn that takes place on 29th of April. It's a temporary movement to Aquarius, and he's going to come back in the July. Okay, and it's just a retrograde movement of Saturn. And the Rahu and Ketu, the north and south node movements, I have already done the video for you guys. You can always check out in the link. I can give you the links below in the comment section. All right, so let's try to analyze this one by one. So all the time, whenever I make the transit videos, I get questions from my clients whether we should take it from the moon sign or the Rasi or the Lagna. What is correct and how to analyze it? Please understand that the horoscope is very, very important. So everybody is born in a particular moon sign and it results in a nakshatra. Okay, and it is in the background of a nakshatra, and each nakshatra is going to start with a particular planetary time period, and in Sanskrit we call those as dashas. Okay, so the 75% of whatever is happening to you at any given point of time is all dictated by those dashas and antardashas. Okay, 75%. Okay, the remaining 25% we can correlate it to gochara phalam, or transit results that we keep on saying every time, every now and then. So even in that 25% of transit results or gochara phalams, you can always split into 2. You can look it into 50% from moon sign and another 50% from Lagna. What is the actual way to interpret this? 50% moon sign means what? Moon is all about our thought process. So whatever happens to our thought process, our mind, is given by this 50% of that 25% gochara phalam, and the remaining things, that means the remaining 50% of the 25% is felt by us. Lagna or Ascendant is all about what is happening by us physically. We can literally feel it happening to us, right? Lagna is ourselves, the Ascendant is ourselves. And this is how we need to interpret the transit results, because many people do not understand. Should I see from my moon sign? Should I see from Lagna? They get confused. Okay, I want to make it once for all very, very clear to all my clients that please look into your own horoscope and consult a proper qualified astrologer, and they will tell you about what is happening to the 75% of results that is coming from your Dashas and Antardashas. Okay, I hope there is no more questions on this one. Please take a screenshot of this and save this for future. All right, now let's talk about our solar system, what is really happening. The inner planets before the Earth is all going very fast. Okay, Mercury, Venus, including Earth also. So they always move around the sun in a very fast way, whereas those planets like Jupiter and Saturn take very very long time, right? So if precisely we can say Jupiter takes about 12 to 13 months, almost an year, in one particular zodiac sign or the Rashi. All right. So the next one, Saturn, is the slowest of all the planets. It takes about 2.5 years he spends in one zodiac sign. So the transit of Saturn has to be discussed all the time because it plays a major role in one's career or one's life. Okay, he's the judgmental planet. The next important thing is Rahu and Ketu, the shadow planets. They spend almost about 1.5 years or 18 months in every zodiac sign, and they transit in a reverse way, anti-clockwise way. So I have already explained the science behind Rahu-Ketu in the previous video. You can always go back and take a look. All right. Now, so important point here to start with is the temporary transit of Saturn from Capricorn to Aquarius. It is going to happen on 29th April 2022. Okay, and then he's going to stay there for a couple of months and he's going to come back as a retrograde Saturn on 12th of July back to Capricorn. So this small movement, shift of transit of Saturn from here to here, what is the result that we can quickly expect? I'm just giving a very generic result. I'm not going to touch each of the zodiac signs for Lagna and moon sign. I'm not going to do that. I'm just giving a very quick overall prediction or overall status of this small movement. Even though this movement is very of very short period of time, it's going to play an important role. It's going to alter many things. So what does Saturn represent? Saturn represents oil and gas industry. Okay, the oil and gas industry, there's a lot of fluctuations in the oil price that is going on right now, and it's going to fluctuate much more because Saturn is going to retrograde. So whoever is investing in the oil market, please be very cautious. Okay, and it may be beneficial when Saturn goes to Aquarius. Actually, see, always we represent the Kala Purusha Kundli in the form of Aries as the reference point all the times. Okay, so whatever we predict for the world, it will be always with reference to the Kala Purusha Kundli. Okay, Saturn is entering to the 11th house of Kala Purusha Kundli. That means the time April 29th comes, Saturn is shifting to Aquarius, the oil prices can get better and better and better. Okay, those people who invest in this particular area, coal industry as well, can benefit a lot. Okay, by and large, the economy can go into a much bigger level. Okay, so we can expect that whatever stocks is falling now from January to April, we can always think of it going on a positive trend. Okay, and it's going to be a temporary one again, my friends. Please understand, this shift is going to be temporary for about a couple of months, and again it's going to fall back. So in reality, people should start focusing on their career and professional world, because 10th house of Kala Purusha Kundli is all about karma sthanam, whatever work or profession that we do. So students who are studying, they need to put extra concentration, extra efforts, and those who are really those who are really paying tax and they are working, they may have a much better relaxing time when Saturn comes back to 10th house. Okay, Saturn comes back to 10th house. So there is a lot of changes happening because of these 2.5 months, and overall I can say there is a kind of health problems that can still creep in again back. There will be a lot of medical expenses all over the world. The reason is because the aspect of Saturn goes to 8th house Scorpio, and it's all about diseases and ailments and stuffs like that. Okay, the proudness of the people is going to be hit because Leo is being aspected by Saturn as well. At the same time, it gives a lot of worries and headaches to the people. It's going to aspect the Aries. So don't be too much worried about this small shift. Just be focused on your work, whatever you are doing, And then if you are an investor in stock market, especially in the oil and gas industry, you are going to see some small boom in this 2.5 years, 2.5 months. All right. So let's now understand, what does Jupiter do for all of us. Jupiter is the most benevolent of all the planets. That's what I keep saying. If this one planet is good in your horoscope, it takes care of many, many, many doshas in the chart. Okay, so that's why we say Jupiter stands for jury of luck. Jupiter stands for the urge for freedom and exploration. It gives you freedom. Actually, it's going to promise you all the good things in your chart. It's a very intellectual planet. It's going to give you all the spiritual ideas as well. It makes you to travel to foreign lands for either studies or business or whatever it is. Movement to foreign lands is all supported by Jupiter. The expansion of knowledge is seen by Jupiter. People who have very good placement of Jupiter will be learned scholars, okay, teachers, professors, okay, and then religious enlightenment can always be seen with a very good placement of Jupiter. So much good about Jupiter. Now, what is happening to Jupiter in the month of April? On the 13th of April 2022, Jupiter is going to shift. This is a permanent shift. It's not a temporary one. It's a shift from Aquarius to Pisces. Okay, all these shiftings and transits are being told according to the Indian sidereal system. If you are a Westerner, if you are watching this video from United States or Europe, please do understand that we are following sidereal system. There is always a difference between the Westerners' way of analyzing the movement of planet Jupiter and the Indian way, because we always keep Earth as reference, and from Earth, what is happening to all the planets around us is what is being seen in sidereal system. Okay, and I strictly follow sidereal system of astrology, and I found it has been very accurate. And at the same time, I'm not denying that Westerners' way of looking into astrology is wrong. No, no, everybody have their own knowledge based system, and so far in last 25 years of my personal experience, I have found the sidereal system gives a lot of accuracy in whatever we predict. All right, so now let's try to understand the general prediction for all. Whenever the Jupiter, the benevolent planet, goes from 11th house of Kalapusha Kundali, that is the Aquarius, to the 12th zodiac sign, 12th sign of Pisces. Pisces is all about spirituality. It starts giving a lot of spiritual things to the world whenever Jupiter goes back to his own sign of Pisces. Okay, so there will be a lot of spiritual gurus who keep emerging out, and they try to spread the message of peace and love to all, because there is a lot of turbulence going on right now in this world, right? So, at the important point here is aspecting on the emotional part of the world, right? Cancer is all about Cancer or Karkataka Rashi is about emotional well-being of the people on Earth. It's going to give you a lot of emotional well-being for people. Okay, and at the same time, Virgo is all about medication, giving medicine services to the world, and we are going to expect much better medications that are going to be invented or provided, so that the health of the people can be mitigated, which I was talking about Saturn's transit, right? So there is one planet which can cause some kind of a medical problems, whereas Jupiter is going to solve those things. So there is a good and bad thing both, right? So we need to look as a collective events that is happening. So one planet is in favor of all of us, another planet is going to test us. All right. At the same time, it is also going to give you a direct impact on Scorpio. So when Jupiter on its ninth aspect looks into Scorpio, which is the eighth zodiacal sign, it also gives a lot of spirituality. People like to go and dig deep and try to understand what is hidden inside. So don't think Scorpio is something else. Scorpio zodiac sign is all about also a deeper part of our inner conscience. Okay, and then it's going to get enlightenment through Jupiter's presence in Pisces. So it's going to awaken a lot of desire for us to go into the spiritual path as well, and there will be a lot of peace coming to us in next 1 year. All right. So Jupiter is going to stay there in the zodiac sign of Pisces until 21st April 2023. And please note that the Pisces is going to be the 12th zodiac sign. It also brings a lot of expenses for good things, right? For example, the government may spend building mosques, temples, or whatever, churches, okay, religious things, and that's what is going to make the peace and harmony in the world. People are going to change now. Okay, so the benevolent Jupiter's presence in Pisces is really really good. All right. The Rahu's transit has already been made. It is very clearly explained in my previous video. I don't want to repeat it again. I'm going to just put the link of the previous video in the comment section. Those who have not seen that video, please go back and take a look. Okay, I have not told just the good points alone. Rahu's transit is always going to be having some kind of a testing time, and I have just put whatever I thought is reality, in my opinion. Okay, so that's about the Rahu thing. Now, please understand, in addition to what I told about the Gochara Palam and then the planetary time period, Dashas and Antardashas, you also need to emphasize a lot about Astakavarga points. Astakavargas are nothing but the bindus or the numerical numbers that are given to each bhava or 12 zodiac signs. Okay, there's a lot of details about Astakavarga. I don't want to touch on that, but in general, whenever you see the results from the transits that we are going to say, you must always go back to your chart and understand that there is Astakavarga points that plays a very, very important role in giving the results, especially the 25% part of the result I'm talking about. Okay, suppose a planet has, I'm going to show you what is Astakavarga points in the next slide, but here, please understand, whenever there is a Binna Astakavarga score between 5 and 8. Total possible points is 8. And if you score more than 5 up to 8, the results of the transit is going to be excellent. I'm talking about Binna Astakavarga points now. Okay, if it is exactly 4, you will get an average result, but 0 to 3 is not very, very good at all. Okay, so in the same way, the Sarva Astakavarga points, if you go to the chart and take a look, you will see that there is a possibility of 56 points that you can score. This is addition of all the bindus or the points that each of the planet is going to put for us. Suppose if there is a score of 30 and above in a particular zodiac sign, and if Jupiter transits into that particular zodiac sign, it's going to give very, very good results. Okay, Sarvastakavaraga is applicable to all planets, including Sun, Mercury, Venus, slow-moving planets as well. Okay, but emphasis has to be given more on slow-moving planets because they stay for a considerable period of time, and it becomes very, very important. Okay, if the Astakavarga score is between 25 and 30, it's average. Below 25, you are not going to get much benefit from the transit. Okay, I'm just going to show you an example of Astakavarga points. Then you will make it very, very clear. Okay, so let us say, for example, a person is born on January the 29th. I have just taken an example in random and put it in Jagannath Hora software. You can always download this free software. It gives everything in detail. It's a wonderful software. Okay, so let's put 29 January 1972, blah, 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 some person. Okay, I got some client who has got this. Now, when you look into the right hand portion here, you will see a lot of numbers. So the numbers which has the maximum SAV, Sarva Astakavarga, if you see this is the bindus or the points that all the planets are going to leave for this person in this lifetime. Okay, so this is the Sarva Astakavarga score, and each of these, including the Ascendant also. Okay, so each of these are called Binna Astakavarga. I already told you maximum points you can score is 8, and 4 and above is considered extremely good. So let us take for this person an example of Jupiter transit. Where is Jupiter here? The Jupiter comes here. Okay, Jupiter has scored, he has scored 6 points from Jupiter. It's considered extremely good. This this Jupiter transit for this person can benefit him a lot. Okay, provided even if you look into his ascendant, from the ascendant it is going to the 11th position. So 11th house Jupiter always gives very, very good results. So he's going to have some excellence in his job, in his income. It's going to have lot of beneficial from the friend circle as well. Okay, contact circle is all seen through 11th house. Okay, and even the blessings from the elder brother, elder siblings can be seen. A lot of benefits Jupiter is going to throw upon him, because Jupiter is right there. It is giving you 6 points. Okay, let's also see the Saturn transit for this person. Saturn has left only 3 points in Aquarius. Okay, this is the Aquarius zodiac sign, and this person is going to have Saturn moving to his 10th house, and then less number of points in Astakavarga. So this Saturn transit may not benefit too much. Okay, it's going to be an average result for him. Okay, and it's going to be very focused on 10th house for this guy. Okay, this is how we need to analyze the importance of Astakavarga points whenever we talk about Gocharapalam or the transit results. So I have made it very, very clear in this video how to interpret the Astakavarga points, how to interpret the Dashas and Antardasha results, how much weightage you have to give, and how much weightage you are going to give for the transit results is just 25%. Friends. Okay, so I hope you all understood, and we have come to the end of this video. If you have any questions, please type it in the comment section. I'm going to answer them whenever I have free time. Okay, thank you very much for all your support, and please subscribe to the channel if you are seeing this for the first time. Okay, I need all your supports. Thank you. Good night. Bye bye.